The camera turns on. The lights are perfect. The smile looks real. Millions of people watch and believe they're seeing happiness. But behind the filters, luxury trips, perfect bodies, and viral lifestyles, there's another world hiding in plain sight. A world built on pressure, addiction, loneliness, manipulation. Because the truth is, the influencer industry was never designed to make people happy. It was designed to keep people watching. Every day, billions of people open apps like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube searching for entertainment, inspiration, or escape. And what they find is a digital fantasy. Perfect skin, perfect relationships, perfect vacations, perfect success. But perfection online often comes with a hidden cost. The modern influencer economy has created one of the most powerful psychological systems in human history. A machine that turns attention into money, and human emotion into a product. In the beginning, social media looked harmless. People posted photos with friends, shared moments from their lives, uploaded funny videos. But slowly, the internet changed. The algorithms became smarter, the competition became ruthless, and attention became the most valuable currency on earth. Today, influencers are no longer just internet personalities. They are brands, businesses, walking advertisements. Some make millions of dollars every year simply by keeping people engaged. And the more emotional the content is, the more profitable it becomes. Fear spreads faster than truth. Drama spreads faster than peace. Outrage spreads faster than facts. The platforms learned this quickly. The algorithm doesn't care if content is healthy. It only cares if people keep scrolling. And influencers adapted to survive inside that system. Many people dream about becoming famous online. It looks easy from the outside. Record a few videos, gain followers, become rich. But behind the scenes, many influencers live under constant psychological pressure. Because once attention becomes your income, your identity starts depending on strangers. Every post becomes a test. Every comment becomes a judgment. Every drop in views feels like failure. Imagine waking up every day knowing your relevance can disappear overnight. One bad post, one controversy, one algorithm change, and suddenly, millions of people move on to someone else. This creates a dangerous cycle. Influencers begin chasing validation non-stop. More views, more followers, more engagement. Because in the digital world, attention feels like survival. And social media platforms are designed to exploit this feeling. Every notification triggers dopamine inside the brain. Dopamine is the chemical linked to reward and pleasure. It's the same system connected to gambling addiction. Every like becomes a tiny emotional reward. And over time, creators can become trapped inside a cycle of emotional dependency. Some influencers spend hours staring at analytics dashboards, obsessing over numbers most people will never see. Watch time, click-through rate, audience retention. Their entire emotional state becomes controlled by performance metrics. And the audience rarely notices the damage happening behind the camera. Many influencers appear confident online while privately struggling with anxiety, burnout, or loneliness. Some lose the ability to separate their real personality from their online persona. Because eventually, the character becomes more profitable than the human being. And once people expect perfection, showing weakness becomes dangerous. So influencers hide their struggles. They smile through exhaustion, film content while emotionally drained, pretend everything is fine, because the internet rewards appearance, not honesty. But the psychological damage doesn't only affect creators. It also affects the audience. Millions of young people compare their lives to carefully edited illusions every single day. A teenager scrolling through social media may see luxury cars, expensive vacations, perfect bodies, and glamorous lifestyles within seconds. But what they don't see are the filters. The editing, the sponsorships, the staged photos, the debt, the stress. Social media creates the illusion that everyone else is happier, richer, and more successful. And over time, this comparison can slowly destroy self-worth. Studies have linked excessive social media use to rising anxiety, depression, loneliness, and low self-esteem, especially among younger audiences. Because humans were never designed to compare themselves to millions of people every day. But platforms profit from insecurity. If people feel inadequate, they keep consuming. And influencers often become the face of that system. Some promote products they don't even use. Others fake wealth to appear successful. Luxury cars are rented. Private jets are staged. Designer lifestyles are borrowed for content. In many cases, the goal isn't authenticity. It's aspiration. Because aspiration sells, people don't follow influencers for reality. They follow them for fantasy. And brands understand this perfectly. The influencer marketing industry is now worth billions of dollars. Companies pay creators enormous amounts of money to influence consumer behavior. Not because influencers are experts, but because they create emotional trust. Followers begin feeling connected to creators they've never met. Psychologists call this a parasocial relationship, a one-sided emotional bond where audiences feel personally attached to online personalities. And this relationship is incredibly powerful. People buy products because influencers recommend them, change lifestyles because influencers promote them, even form opinions based on creator narratives. In some cases, influencers hold more cultural power than traditional celebrities. But influence without responsibility can become dangerous. Over the years, countless scandals have exposed the darker side of influencer culture. Fake giveaways, crypto scams, misleading sponsorships, manipulated content. Some influencers promote unrealistic beauty standards using heavy filters and editing while claiming their appearance is natural. Others create fake drama because controversy generates clicks. Because online, attention often matters more than truth. The system rewards whatever keeps people emotionally engaged. And outrage is one of the strongest emotions on the internet. This is why extreme content spreads so quickly. The louder the opinion, the faster it travels. The more shocking the behavior, the more views it receives. Gradually, creators become trapped in an invisible competition for relevance. Each video must be bigger, more emotional, more controversial. Otherwise, the algorithm moves on. And the pressure never stops. Even successful influencers fear becoming irrelevant. Because internet fame is fragile. One day you are everywhere. The next day nobody remembers your name. The lifespan of online attention is becoming shorter every year. Trends explode overnight and disappear just as fast. This forces creators into constant production. No breaks, no privacy, no off switch. Some vlog their entire lives just to stay relevant. Birthdays, relationships, family moments, personal struggles, everything becomes content. And when your life becomes content, privacy begins to disappear. Many influencers eventually realize they can no longer experience moments naturally. Instead of asking, "How do I enjoy this?" they ask, "Will this perform well online?" The internet slowly transforms human experiences into digital products. Vacations become photo opportunities. Friendships become collaborations. Emotions become engagement strategies. And audiences are changing too. Attention spans are shrinking rapidly. Short-form content has trained millions of people to consume endless stimulation within seconds. Swipe, swipe, swipe. If something isn't instantly entertaining, people move on. This creates enormous pressure on creators to constantly overstimulate viewers. Faster edits, more drama, more shock. Silence disappears. Patience disappears. Authenticity disappears. The result is an internet environment designed for addiction. Many experts now compare social media platforms to casinos. Both systems rely on unpredictable rewards to keep users engaged. You never know which post will entertain you next, which notification will appear next, which video will go viral next. That uncertainty keeps people scrolling for hours. And influencers sit at the center of this machine. Some creators eventually burn out completely. Former influencers have described feeling emotionally empty despite fame and money. Because validation from millions of strangers can never fully replace real human connection. Online fame creates visibility, but not always meaning. And sometimes, the people who look happiest online feel the most isolated offline. The audience rarely sees this reality. They only see the highlights. The luxury apartment, the perfect lighting, the viral success story, not the panic attacks, not the loneliness, not the pressure to constantly perform. But despite all of this, the influencer industry continues growing faster than ever. Because human attention has become one of the most profitable resources in modern history. Tech companies compete aggressively to capture it. Algorithms analyze behavior with incredible precision. What makes people angry? What makes people emotional? What keeps people watching longest? And creators adapt themselves accordingly. In many ways, the modern influencer is no longer fully controlling the content. The algorithm is. Creators simply learn what the machine rewards. And the machine rewards attention above everything else. Even if the consequences damage mental health, relationships, or society itself. But perhaps the darkest reality behind influencer culture is this. It changes how people define success. For previous generations, success often meant building skills, careers, or communities. Today, many young people grow up believing visibility itself is success. Being known becomes more important than being fulfilled. Fame becomes the goal, not because people are selfish, but because the internet constantly teaches them that attention equals value. And this illusion affects millions. Some spend years chasing viral moments that disappear within days. Others reshape their personalities entirely to fit online trends. The line between authenticity and performance becomes blurred. Who are you when the camera turns off? That question becomes harder to answer in the digital age. But there is another side to this story. Not all influencers are harmful. Some creators educate people, inspire creativity, raise awareness, build positive communities. The internet itself is not evil. Social media can connect people across the world in ways humanity has never seen before. But the system rewards extremes. And extreme content often rises faster than meaningful content. That is why understanding the psychology behind influencer culture matters. Because once people recognize how the system works, they become less vulnerable to manipulation. They begin questioning what they see online. They stop comparing real lives to edited realities. And they remember something important. Most viral lifestyles are carefully constructed performances. Not everyday reality. Behind every perfect photo are dozens of rejected pictures. Behind every luxury video may be sponsorship deals, rented locations, or strategic branding. And behind many smiling faces online, there may be exhaustion hiding just outside the frame. The influencer era has transformed human behavior faster than almost any technology in history. It changed communication, friendship, self-worth, entertainment, even identity itself. And the consequences are still unfolding. Because humanity is entering a future where algorithms increasingly shape culture, emotion, and perception. A world where the line between reality and performance becomes harder to see. And maybe the biggest question is not whether influencer culture will continue growing. It probably will. The real question is this: what happens to society when millions of people begin living for attention instead of connection? When validation becomes addictive? When appearance becomes more valuable than truth? When people stop asking, "Am I happy?" and start asking, "Am I visible?" Because in the age of viral influencers, attention is no longer just entertainment. It is power, and the battle for that power may already be changing humanity itself.